Observe closely the surfaces your hands touch throughout your entire day. Plastics, cold screens, and inert metals dominate every movement of your urban routine. These objects drain your vitality and saturate your field with harmful artificial frequencies. We live submerged in an invisible fog of electromagnetism that misaligns your energy centers. Disconnecting from the original source is the silent cause of the fatigue you feel. There is a secret kept by the silent sentinels that inhabit forests and squares. Trees are biological antennas that anchor cosmic energy directly into the sacred soil. While the modern world isolates us, they offer a path of return to harmony. Touching the rough bark of a trunk is closing a circuit broken for millennia. It is the exact instant where human biology meets the perfection of natural geometry. Walk as one who carries a real secret when approaching a plant presence. Every leaf and every root operates on a healing frequency that science is beginning to name. What we call peace is, in truth, the instantaneous recalibration of your atoms. By placing your hands on the tree, you allow it to transmute your dense pains. The tree does not merely observe time. It organizes the chaos that dwells within you. Imagine that every tree is a quantum portal connected to the Earth's living library. They filter the toxins of the soul just as they purify the air we breathe. Our ancestors knew that embracing a tree reorganizes the flow of the chakras. It is a free spiritual technology, available to those who decide to abandon synthetic illusions. The healing you seek is not in devices, but in the pulsation of the sap. In this video, we will reveal how you can use this grounding for your protection. We will unveil the hidden science behind the ionic exchange that occurs in a simple touch. You will understand why your body craves contact with the mesh of life. Prepare to see nature not as a landscape, but as an extension of your being. Your journey back to balance begins now, beneath the shadow of the trees. Your body functions like a battery that accumulates an excess of static charges. Radio waves and Wi-Fi bombard your cells with imbalancing positive ions. This invisible inflammation clouds your intuition and overloads your central nervous system. The tree acts as a biological lightning rod, ready to discharge this accumulated tension. By touching it, you open the escape valves for all the electricity that makes you ill. The phenomenon of quantum grounding happens in the millisecond of the first physical contact. Free electrons flow from the earth through deep roots directly into your bloodstream. This torrent of subatomic particles neutralizes the free radicals that oxidize your physical temple. It is a transfusion of pure vitality that reorganizes the spin of each of your atoms. What science calls earthing is in truth an embrace of energetic coherence. Feel the pulse of the sap as if it were the heartbeat of the planetary consciousness itself. Trees are the only beings that unite the sky and the abyss in a single body. They extract sunlight and the stability of the magma to balance your polarity. When you connect to them, your heart rate synchronizes with the earth. Stress dissolves because your biology recognizes that it has finally returned home. It is not just wood and leaves, but a processor of geological and spiritual data. The tree absorbs your disharmony without judgment, transmuting weight into life force. It offers firm ground so that your ethereal roots can finally establish themselves. In this closed circuit, the tree's magnetism cleanses the impurities of your dense aura. You cease to be an electronic castaway to become a receiver of harmony. Observe how your mind silences the moment the palm of your hand touches the bark. The mental noise of cities is replaced by the whisper of ancient wisdom. In this state of presence, your lower chakras align with the safety of the planet. The tree teaches that to grow toward the light, one must be well grounded. Balance is not an external search. It is a surrender to the network that sustains life. Observe the branching of the crowns and the precise distribution of each leaf to the sun. Trees are living expressions of the Fibonacci sequence, the perfect mathematics of creation. Your lungs and your neurons mirror these exact same fractal patterns of growth. By touching the trunk, A phenomenon of harmonic resonance occurs between your cells and the whole. Your molecular structure reorganizes itself upon encountering the sacred geometry that sustains the cosmos. The planet possesses a constant pulsation known as the Schumann Resonance. It is the heartbeat of the Earth, a frequency that keeps life in total balance. Trees act as natural amplifiers of this rhythm, vibrating in tune with the source. When you approach, your magnetic field is drawn to this oscillation of pure healing. The disharmony of your chakras dissolves upon encountering the original beat of the world. Walk as one who carries a real secret by realizing that you are part of the code. The tree does not just grow, it projects an architecture of protection around itself. Entering this field is like diving into a bath of organizing and lucid frequencies. What was once mental confusion is transformed into clarity through plant symmetry. You become a mirror of the natural order, abandoning the chaos of human creations. There is a silent language written in the golden ratio that every branch insists on following. Your consciousness captures this visual and tactile information, translating it into deep peace. Resonance with the tree calibrates your subtle body to the higher octaves of existence. It is a light technology that requires no cables, only the clear intention to connect. In this embrace, the mathematics of God flows into your central nervous system. Feel the top of your head open to the sky while your feet grow firm. The tree teaches the correct posture for those who wish to channel high vibration energies. You cease to be an isolated point to become part of an infinite and perfect mesh. The harmony you feel is the result of your encounter with the truth of form. The next step will be to understand how this network communicates beneath your feet. Beneath your feet stretches a network of intelligence that defies linear human logic. Roots are not just anchors, but terminals of a vast and profound neural network. Billions of fungal connections transmit data, nutrients, and alerts in real time in the forest. It is the wood wide web, the central nervous system of the planet operating in absolute silence. By touching a tree, you connect to this living library of ancestral wisdom. The tree you embrace is not an isolated individual, but part of a single organism. It shares resources with the weakest and teaches the youngest how to survive. This consciousness of unity is what we call the collective unconscious of the plant kingdom. There is no ego in the forest, only the constant search for harmony and preservation of the whole. Tuning into this network is finally understanding that separation is an illusion of the senses. Walk as one who carries a real secret by feeling the vibration rising through the soil. Your mind begins to process reality through the lens of collaboration and support. The tree invites you to abandon the sterile competition that drains your daily vital energy. In this field of information, you receive fragments of memories the earth has kept for eons. Physical touch is your login into a platform of consciousness that precedes humanity. Imagine the strength of trillions of roots intertwined in an eternal embrace below the ground. This mesh stabilizes not only the soil but the very emotional frequency of the environment. When you connect to the system, your existential loneliness dissolves into the web of life. You begin to be nourished by a current of brotherhood that knows no borders. The tree is the portal that allows you to read between the lines of the common destiny of all beings. As you remove your hand from the trunk, you take with you the mark of this multidimensional connection. The information you received now circulates in your blood as a new code of light. You begin to perceive that every living being is a node in this sacred and indestructible web. The web of roots teaches you that true strength lies in the capacity to be connected. We are ready to understand how this divine sap transmutes everything that is dense. The tree possesses the alchemical gift of transforming what is toxic into a breath of life. Just as it converts carbon into oxygen, it processes your emotional density. What you call anguish or fear is merely stagnant energy in your auric field. By pressing your solar plexus against the trunk, you initiate a high-voltage ionic exchange. The tree accepts your weight without judgment, for it knows exactly how to transmute it. Imagine the sap rising through the fibers of the trunk like a current of liquid light. This sacred fluid carries the earth's intention to purify every cell it touches. In spiritual photosynthesis, the tree uses sunlight to digest your deep shadows. Your sorrows are decomposed and transformed into nutritive strength for its own growth. It is a sacred contract of cooperation. You surrender the dense and receive subtle vitality. Walk as one who carries a real secret by feeling this cleansing in your soul. Words are not necessary. Silence is the language where transmutation occurs. Your power centers, once clouded by stress, begin to glow with new colors. The tree acts as a cosmic filter that removes impurities from your etheric body. You feel light because you have left behind what was never truly yours. This invisible medicine reorganizes the frequency of your internal water and your blood. The vibration of the forest is a tonic that repairs the rifts left by urban life. While the external world demands your energy, the tree offers to restore it fully. You become a receiver of prana, the vital energy that flows without interruptions or blocks. Spiritual photosynthesis is proof that light always triumphs over the inertia of matter. As you walk away, observe how your electromagnetic field now glows in an emerald tone. You carry in your cells the signature of a being that passed through the fire of healing. Nature is not something you visit, but a force that now lives inside of you. Balance has been restored through a simple act of surrender and deep connection. The secret of the trees is now part of your new DNA of awakened consciousness. Beyond touch, the mere presence among trees alters your deep internal chemistry. Phytoalexins and phytoncides are volatile compounds the forest exhales to protect itself. By breathing this sacred air, you ingest a natural medicine that strengthens your immunity. Modern science confirms that cortisol plummets while defense cells awaken. What the ancients called the spirit of the woods is a living pharmacy suspended in the air. Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, is the practice of absorbing the world through the senses. It is not about a physical walk, but an immersion in the frequency of the now. Your lungs filter city impurities while your mind expands into the green. Blood pressure stabilizes upon encountering the slow and steady rhythm of plant growth. You become a biological receiver of substances that promote total cellular regeneration. Walk as one who carries a real secret by realizing that every breath is a pact. The tree exhales what you need to survive, and you return what it utilizes. In this chemical and invisible dialogue, the borders between human and nature disappear. The chronic stress of screens is dissolved by the scent of damp earth and dry leaves. Your soul recognizes this environment as the original cradle of all health and sanity. Phytoalexins act as quantum messengers that reprogram your response to fear. They signal to your limbic system that you are safe and protected by the mesh of life. In this state of deep relaxation, your intuition becomes sharp and your vision clears. Forest bathing cleanses the electromagnetic residues that were impregnated in your pores. You leave the woods with a renewed aura, vibrating at the frequency of absolute vitality. We end this cycle understanding that healing is one step away from your urban routine. The trees wait patiently for your touch, for your breath, and for your presence. Take this knowledge with you and become an antenna of harmony in the world as well. The connection has been re-established, and balance now flows freely in all your chakras. Remember, you were never alone. You have always been an integral part of the great forest. Now that you hold the secret of transmutation, the choice to awaken is yours. Do not allow this frequency to be lost in the noise of your phone's notifications. If this knowledge resonated with your essence, manifest your presence in the comments below. Write, "I am connection," to seal this commitment to your own harmony and balance. Your word is the seed that anchors this new reality into your energetic field. Share this portal of wisdom with those who still walk lost in the synthetic desert. By sending this video, you become an agent of awakening in the web of life. Help us expand this mesh of light, connecting more hearts to the wisdom of sacred trees. Every share is a golden thread that weaves the collective healing of our planet. Together, we are a forest of consciousness that no shadow can erase or destroy. If you seek to deepen your mystical journey and unveil the hidden codes of existence, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to receive our future power transmissions. Here, we explore the science of the invisible and the technology of the soul in every detail. Your subscription strengthens our egregore and allows us to continue revealing what is hidden. Be part of this lineage of seekers who accept nothing less than the total truth. Walk as one who carries a real secret in every step of your daily journey. Seek out a tree today and allow the circuit of life to be completed within you. Feel the strength of the roots and the promise of light that dwells in every new leaf. You are the meeting point between heaven and earth, the heir to this magic. The balance you manifest now is the gift you offer to the universe.